the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Man in motion is Agnew. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Man in motion is Agnew. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Logan Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Hurts. Flushed out right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's Ward, complete right side. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. In motion is Ward. 2nd down, here's Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. In motion right is Watkins. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, A nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. They'll look to throw again. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team,
oh, this is blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. At their own 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, a run with ETN. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now an audible here into something else. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Man in motion is Agnew. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Nolan Smith charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. 6-0 our score after 1. Eagles 6, Jaguars nothing. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. That's good for the Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. ETN once more. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And, Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Man in motion is Agnew. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll send Kirk in motion right. Lawrence. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. 18 more yards there and another first down.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Touchdown, Eagles! Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Smith catches left side. And they're going to have run this across midfield and inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And an Eagle first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Hurts. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now they're in the hurry-up.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. On first down, Lawrence.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence.
He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Eagles up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Gets this quickly to Ingram. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Jaguars. First first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. First down, and they go with Swift again. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. On the option to give to Swift here. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So it's a victory.